used. All right, spawning in the top right-hand side of altitude, it is going to be our blue Zerg player, DIMAGA. And spawning in the bottom left-hand side, it's going to be our red Terran player, Guardian. Alright, Guardian's going for a double gas opening right off the bat, it looks like. Interesting. Actually, I'm not aware of a lot of builds that require double gas, unless he's going to go for like some kind of 3-rack Reaper, maybe? I guess it could also be like some kind of BC opening too, I guess. DIMAGA, meanwhile, kind of fairly standard setup here. $16 pools going to be on the way here in just a second. I'm so curious what this early gas is for. I do apologize for some of the pauses. I do have a nice cup of coffee that I grabbed during the break, and I am going to be sipping on that quite a bit. Again, it's daylight savings times, and I got to kind of do something to get some of this tiredness away. Oh, just daylight savings time always wrecks me. Natural expansion on the way now for Guardian. Actually, skipping Reaper, going straight into Reactor. Imagine we're going to see a bit of aggression coming out of Guardian here soon. Again, still standard out of DIMAGA. Nothing too out of the ordinary yet. Guardian's going to get a... How much did he scout? Just scouted the natural expansion here. DIMAGA is actually going to get third base. It's an interesting scout pattern out of Guardian. Not quite sure I follow. Alright, second gas now up for Guardian. I imagine we're going to see the starport up next. Usually if you, usually if you put the second gas down around the time that the factory is started, usually it means you're going to go for a starport instead of a third command center. We're actually moving the barracks down to the low ground, so maybe this is going to be a mech game. I am not sure. This is fascinating. DIMAGA, meanwhile, just droning up. Just kind of doing your standard Zerg things here. Expanding the creep out as much as possible. Getting queens, getting drones. Speed's going to be on the way here fairly soon. I imagine we're probably going to see a Viking Liberator, or maybe just a Liberator coming out. Oh, actually going for Fusion Core. Okay, so this is going to be a mech game. Probably going to be a mech game, I should say. There are some times when you go bio after Battlecruiser, but I think usually you only get one Battlecruiser with it. Interesting. Their command center on the way now for Guardian. And we're actually stopping at 4 Hellions. DIMAGA setting a Zergling up here at the front, just to make sure that Terran player isn't going to be doing anything weird. And Battlecruiser is going to be on the way now. DIMAGA going into double Evo chambers. Boy, it takes so long to get one Battlecruiser out. Like one of the longest build times in the game. Actually might be the longest build time. I'll double check that. I don't remember. And it does take a significantly long time. More Hellions are on the way. 5 factories. Oh my goodness. 5 factories now coming up for a Terran player. So this is indeed going to be a mech game. DIMAGA kind of spreading the creep. Hasn't really been bothered all that much this game. And it's kind of dangerous to leave a Zerg uncontested out on the map. They can their influence can spread very quickly. Allows them to drone up uncontested. Oh no! Those are on move command! Not again! Oh. I've done that. Battlecruiser has warped across the map. It's going to be taking out this 4th base pretty quickly. It looks like there's actually not another battlecruiser in the production queue, so it's just going to be this one. So DIMAGA should be able to defend this with just queens. It should be fine. Yep, queens are going to be moving across now. That's 6. I think a magic number might be 7. Alright, Guardian actually going to try and fight this. DIMAGA has plenty of energy on these queens. Should be able to keep them alive pretty easily. Yeah, it's just going to kind of bugger off here. DIMAGA is going to get a safety spire just in case Guardian decides to go into more battle cruisers. Roach Warren is also going to be on the way. He's expecting that this is going to be a mech game. 4 more Hellions are going to be moving across the map here. Really? No, not again. Oh, this is another move command. Oh, no. All right. Yeah, it looks like we're actually going into a fairly standard mech. Well, sort of standard mech game here. We're getting a lot of Hellbats. Meanwhile, we do have a battlecruiser. Oh, the battlecruiser hasn't been repaired yet. It's going to be a little bit risky having this out and about on the map, but it still poses a presence on the map. Meanwhile, DIMAGA's actually gotten up to 7.3 drones. We're getting a lot of upgrades. We've spread the creep quite a bit. Granted, like, altitude's a pretty big map. Getting this much creep spread is going to be dangerous for Guardian. Do you see a... Do you have a Thor? More Hellbats in the siege tank. So I'm curious if... I'm assuming Guardian's going to kind of take the approach of... Oh, these are gas SCVs. I'm assuming Guardian's going to take the approach of, well, I'm going to let the Zerg crash into me over and over, and I'm just going to take more cost-effective trades. Kind of a dangerous proposition on this map, unless you can get like a 5th, 6th base. This is also a really big map. Zerg can take a lot of bases, and it can be a bit terrifying to deal with. But there are some chokes. Battlecruiser hanging out here on the west side of the map. Yeah, it looks like Guardian kind of just wants to take this this approach of getting a massive 200 army, and then potentially moving across the map. Ooh, we actually do have a flock of mutas, and it looks like we actually don't have... Oh, no. Oh, Guardian's actually on top of it. He's getting a couple of missile turrets here. He expects that this could be a possibility. I don't think he actually... Did he actually scout it? No.
Research.
Just assumes that it could be a possibility. They are going to be coming up too late. Oh, no. Is this actually... Oh, God. Wait a minute. These aren't being made. Are these on queue? Oh, no. DIMAGA moving in with the Mutalisk. Going to lose a couple SCVs here. 10, 11. Oh, they're going to keep going down, unfortunately. Even taking a second to grab one of those siege tanks. Oh, is actually going to be able to take out the battlecruiser, unfortunately. A little bit of there was some magic boxing in there, so the Mutalisks weren't taking significant damage, but they did group up there on the battlecruiser, so the Thors were able to get some decent damage done. Liberator's going to be coming across now. Oh, DIMAGA getting a little bit greedy, trying to grab that Liberator. Looks like actually is going to get some more kills here. Should... No. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, 19... Well, 20 SCVs have gone down now for Guardian. Looks like the Mutalisk will get cleaned up here, but Guardian has actually taken some rather significant losses. Guardian is now... DIMAGA is up to 100 workers. Guardian is at 57. It's a bit early in the game to be down to 57 workers. He does have mules, though. Fourth base is now on the way. He's going to be putting up a couple of missile turrets here. And it's going to continue to pump out some mech units. Meanwhile, DIMAGA going up to 6 bases. Actually, we're already at Hive Tech, too. Wasn't even paying attention to that. Adrenal glands coming out now, +3 melee. DIMAGA's about to have a fairly scary army. Alright, looks like Guardian's kind of had enough of DIMAGA shenanigans, so he's going to be trying to push across the map. However, the creep has been spread quite a long ways. Oh, that's a lot of... Oh, no. Okay. Oh, wow. Well, Guardian's now down to 3 Thors and a tank. He does have a flock of mutas. I don't think that's going to be enough to take on 3 Thors, though. Guardian continuing to... try and get some more mech units out. DIMAGA remaxing on, it looks like Zerglings and a couple of Roaches. Actually, he's about to have some pretty good upgrades coming up here soon. Adrenal Glands on Zerglings is actually such a good upgrade. Especially against the mech army that does not have all of their upgrades set up. 2 more hatcheries have been put down for DIMAGA. A little bit of creep has been spread here. Not a ton. Taking out that watchtower. Alright, here we go. Looks like the Banelings are going to be crashing into this army once again. Big surround here from all of the Zerglings. Dude, Adrenal Gland just finished up. Look at how fast it takes out those Thors. Oh my god. Mutalisk following in. Now there's nothing to contest the Mutalisk, so this is going to be a bit scary for the Zerg player, or a bit scary for the Terran player to deal with. That being said, there is a planetary to kind of anchor here, but there's... Oh. These Zerg actually are doing quite a bit of damage. Looks like DIMAGA's actually focus firing the Roaches. It's going to be using the Mutalisk to take out a couple more of these tanks. Unfortunately, Guardian's army has been pretty much cleaned up, and those mech units are very difficult to refield once they've been destroyed. It takes quite a long time and a lot of resources, which Guardian has not been able to really take. Now, it looks like DIMAGA is going to be just kind of pecking away at this this planetary fortress. 4th base of Guardian has been taken out. And it looks like Guardian's going to try and regroup over at his 3rd base. Oh man, the creep spread is all the way up to his natural now. This is going to be... You never want to see that as a Terran player. It gets so sketchy. It's so sketchy. Looks like there's a bit of a counterattack happening here. Looks like they're going to be cleaned up by the Mutalisk. Oh, we missed it. I think a Banelings just cleaned that up pretty effectively. More Thors here. The splash damage knocking down the rocks here. GG is going to be called. Looks like DIMAGA is going to take game number 1. Yeah, it looks like Guardian kind of let DIMAGA do whatever he wanted that game. There wasn't a ton of aggression coming out of Guardian. There was the battle cruiser, but I don't think it actually got too much damage done. It did get the kill on that 4th hatchery. But yeah, I guess with that, we'll go ahead and hop into game number 2 between these 2 players. Looks like we're heading to Ancient Cistern. Oops. Alright, spawning in the top right-hand side. The blue Zerg pieces. It is DIMAGA. And spawning in the bottom left-hand side is going to be our Terran player, Guardian. And so I haven't played a ton of games on this map yet. But I imagine mech actually might be pretty good here. There's a lot of kind of choke points. It'll be difficult for a Zerg to break through. But we'll have to see. Fairly standard opening. Oh, nope. We actually have the that really fast gas again. DIMAGA playing a fairly standard Zerg opening. Gas. Pool. DIMAGA making sure that Zerglings get the Mountain Dew that they need. The nourishment that they need to be strong little bugs. Alright, another reactor opening out of the Terran player. There's not really much to say here. It looks, outside of the early gas and the quick reactors, it's a pretty normal game. It looks like, I'm assuming that Guardian's going to be setting up for another mech game. Looks like we're going to go for starport first instead of third base. Not the most uncommon thing in the world. A lot of Terrans still do that. I still am a little bit worried because there's not... He does get some scouting information, but it's only the fact that DIMAGA has a natural... I guess that's really all you need to know. Not really a ton of information you can get out of it otherwise. Sending the SCV back home. Third base on the way for DIMAGA. Starport started up. Actually using the barracks there to, I guess he didn't need the barracks for this spot. It's actually going to take out this Overlord. We'll supply block DIMAGA there a little bit. Already had an Overlord in the production queue, so it shouldn't be too big of an issue. And granted, it's never great to get supply block this early in the game, but it's not the end of the world. Ooh, actually going for a medevac first this game. So it looks like we're going to go for a... I'm just going to do a Hellion drop here? Oh, no. We actually have an armory on the way. This is going to be a... Okay, so we're going to see a Hellbat push coming out here. Okay, yeah. Rather significant supply block here from Guardian, though. So it looks like the push is going to be either late or a little bit weaker than normal. DIMAGA also having a Zergling out of the front just to make sure that Guardian isn't pushing out anytime soon. And we'll be able to spot it if he does. Yeah, DIMAGA doesn't really seem too worried so far. It's actually not going for the... Okay, but they're all going, right? Okay, they're all going. Oh, actually might slip by the Zergling. I don't think the Zergling actually spotted that. Alright, so DIMAGA might actually get caught unaware. Nope, he does have the Zergling out there. No, there's no stem for this force. Oh no, please switch, please switch. Alright, so the medevac actually does get taken down. The Hellbats have transformed, though. There should be enough queens here to actually deal with this, though. Full surround by the Zerglings. Even with the conal attack of the Hellbats, it's going to get cleaned up pretty effectively. I think DIMAGA only lost 1 queen in that engagement. Very efficient cleanup there. Looks like those two, the group of Zerglings and the Liberator, are going to pass like boats in the night. Gonna knock on the, Guardian's front door here just a little bit, but I don't think it's actually gonna be able to get too much done. A couple of SCVs are gonna get pulled. Looks like an F2 out of Guardian because the Liberator is coming back home. He's actually not splitting up his repair to all that well. Nope, he is going to be able to repair this. It looks like that's going to be fine for now. Liberator is going to be set up. DIMAGA is going to have to go home. Now, that being said, a lot of SCV production was kind of cut. Unfortunately, Guardian is missing out on a lot of mining time, plus the expenses of repairing this wall. It's a bit unfortunate for Guardian right now. He is falling behind quite quickly. More drones on the way for DIMAGA, as well as that layer. Baneling Nest is going to be finishing up here fairly soon. It looks like Guardian is actually going to try and go for a marine tank composition this time. Oh yeah, we're actually going bio. Okay. Heck yeah. Third base just now started up for Guardian. Maybe a little, well... DIMAGA is actually setting up here for a potential run by. Probably going to watch to see when this army moves out. Oh. And the Zerglings is going to get 1 taps and then everybody leaves. Alright, so this command center is going to be finishing up here soon. Guardian will have to poke out here just a little bit. Venture out into the cold expanses of the the cold expanses of the map. DIMAGA is actually expanding twice here. Hydralisk Den on the way. Alright, so we're going for a double medevac drop here. A good way to potentially keep DIMAGA on his side of the map. Maybe clear up, hopefully to clear up a little bit of this creep. Maybe just kind of push DIMAGA's influence back a little bit. Maybe regain a little bit of map control. There are a lot of speedlings here, though. I think can actually do a better job. Alright, actually really nice timing for +1/+1 here from Guardian. DIMAGA, look at DIMAGA's map vision. It's actually incredible. Oh no. Alright, a huge swath of Zerglings and Banelings coming in. Ooh, almost loses that medevac, but it looks like it's going to be fine for now. Hopefully that does get repaired whenever it gets home. Also, I do apologize. Is the screen flashing for anybody else? My preview just like went ballistic there for a second. Alright, Guardian is landing on top of 1 Zergling, but it looks like, oh, yep, gotta pick up the Marines. Unfortunately, one kind of got to the rendezvous a little bit too late. Did have to pay for it. Guardian continuing to macro up here. Still isn't able, oh, it's going to try and take the third base now. It's going to see the swarm of Zerglings, though. DIMAGA's going to keep him pinned back on 2 bases, it looks like. DIMAGA, meanwhile... it's just absolutely going ham. We're up to 85 workers. Hive is on the way, cranking out a bunch of Zerglings. Hydralisk getting those important upgrades for those units. Ooh, a Lurker Den too. This is going to get scary very quickly for Guardian. Unfortunately, Guardian's only... Okay, we do have a second factory coming up, so he will be able to produce tanks at a bit of a faster rate, which is kind of necessary for dealing with Lurkers effectively. Nicely frogging up the tanks here by Guardian. Oh, this is... Oh, boy. We do have a decent spread of units here, but I think, yeah, it looks like DIMAGA is actually going to charge right on top of it. Banelings are getting target fired into the Marines. Takes out a decent swath of units. I think he actually took out 2 tanks there as well. Yeah, losing any tanks at this stage of the game can be a bit scary for the Terran player. And unfortunately, he's just now starting to mine from this third base location. Still only at 62 workers, which is a bit unfortunate. DIMAGA's economy is just like out of this world right now. I think Guardian's best chance is just to... oh boy, we do have another big move in here from DIMAGA. Absolutely refresh his entire army in the blink of an eye. It's going to take out all of the Marines here. It looks like the siege tanks are now in trouble. We are now down to 2 siege tanks. Both of them are on siege, and this massive swath of Zerg is actually going to come in, going to deny this third base once again. It's going to have to be lifted off. A lot of SCVs are currently going down, and it looks like Guardian is actually going to have to retreat back behind the walls of his natural expansion. Is this third base actually going to get taken out? It's going to be a bit unfortunate. Alright, looks like the Banelings actually managed to crash through the wall. Looks like the rest of Guardian's units are going to be taken out. We are down to 40, a little over 40 supply for Guardian. And DIMAGA is completely maxed out. He is charging back into the main base of Guardian. GG is going to be called. DIMAGA takes game number 2.